The media says step-parents aren't the bad guys. Little kids should see them as saints. Shut your mouth, step-parents can burn alive. Been through 3 step-parents. One yelled, one tried to rape me, one tried to get me to drink alcohol. My parents knew how to pick 'em. Daddy picked a nice one, at least I thought. She was nice to me when he was around. Always joking, smiling. Minute he was gone, I was ignored. She stayed away from me if I asked something. Can I eat this? Sure. Can I do this? Sure. Always got me in trouble with my dad. He never noticed when she was doing. Squished my relationship with him. The media says step-parents aren't the bad guys. Little guys should see them as saints. Show me the statistics. How many step-parents are really saints? How many really mean it? There's many who will agree with me. Step-parents can burn alive. Mummy picked a guy. Didn't know what to think of him. Too busy acting horny. He was disgusting. Drinked and smoked. Swore a lot. That's just the tame stuff. He started beating my mom. Always hearing her scream. Begging for it to stop. Turned into a cycle. Sirens came and went. He always came back. Eggshells shattered over the floor. Shift worker. Had to learn to be quiet. Too busy acting horny, begging for my mom to do as she's told. I was only 6, seeing, hearing, never understanding, always hiding. Always felt like someone laying in my bed late at night. Oh, you think this is where he tried to rape me? No. He was left alone with me. Mommy was walking. Wanted me to sit on his face. Wanted me to take off my pants. Wanted me to sit on his face. Lucky I had been told Cassandra saved my life. Our story ended when he committed suicide in our driveway. We were free, but I was still scared. The media says step-parents aren't the bad guys. Little kids should see them as saints. Show me the statistics. How many step-parents are saints? How many can really mean it? There's many who will agree with me. Step-parents can burn alive. Mommy picked a guy. Didn't know what to think. Too busy saying he'd treat me as his own. That lie didn't last long. Threatened to send me to boarding school. Threatened to stop me seeing my dad. Threatened to get Joe Frost to deal with me. I was 12 years old. Only in year 7. This man towering over me. Always left the room crying. His words haunt me. Not long after, I finally found my feet. Figured out how to verbally hit back. He hated that. Always staying verbal. Always ended with me in tears. By the time I was 16, he was driving me home. Drove to the bottle shop. Got home. He gave me a cup of alcohol. All because I said I never had alcohol. Why did he do that? Lucky he took the no. Things turned sour real quick. By the time I had graduated, I had taught myself to stop crying. I wasn't scared of a prick like this. Only flames he could use against me was my dad. Boy, he must be jealous of a man he don't know. Motherfucker was stealing from my mama. Claimed he never had a bitch. Rather call the crowd to do his business. Funny how a grown man was terrified of a 20-year-old girl. Threatened to bash my brains in with a bat. Sirens came, did nothing. Cycle repeated until the asshole finally moved out. Claimed I was ruining his relationship with my mom. It took my mom long enough to see how toxic you really were. The media says step-parents aren't the bad guys. Shut your mouth. I just proved to you whether the scum of earth why you never be a step-parent to somebody else's kid. Wouldn't let another parent, my offspring, learn 3 times, got burnt 3 times. They all use the same excuse. Would never replace your mom. Would never replace your dad. But they tried. Tried so hard that it fractured my relationship with my parents. Spent so long keeping this bottle up. The glass has exploded. Now I'm showing the world the way I am. Tried to keep it clean, but it was hard for a story like mine. Ooh. Step-parents. Ooh. That was a roller coaster. So again, this was inspired by Eminem's album Music to Be Murdered By. So this wasn't actually inspired by any one of his particular songs. But he has 2 songs on Music to Be Murdered By that are about his stepdad. And when I heard those two songs, I started feeling really terrified. And I mean, like, balled up in a ball, rocking back and forth, crying, freaking terrified. Because listening to those songs really reminded me of things that I went through. I remember, being yelled at for things that I literally didn't do. Like Eminem mentioned in his song that he got yelled at for, he got beaten black and blue for leaving the kitchen light on when he knew it wasn't him. It was his stepdad. The exact same thing happened to me. The only difference is I didn't get beaten black and blue. I got verbalized instead. Because you can't apparently hit a female. Who knew? That's the only excuse they gave. So I have a lot of similar situations to that song. And it really terrified me because all these memories came seeping in of my childhood up until the last 6 years, where I was like, holy crap, I haven't actually dealt with this properly, which is bad. Maybe Eminem should be my therapist. He can be my free therapist because I can't afford $1 million per minute for a session with him. But yeah, no, it really helped me just get it all out and really deal with it. Now I'm not terrified, but I can handle that a lot better, and I can handle myself a lot better. I'm no longer leaving the room crying because some grown-ass man decided to yell at me for leaving the kitchen light on when it wasn't actually my fault. I'm not terrified to say the word no anymore because this guy couldn't take a hint. I'm not terrified to double check the answers instead of getting yelled at for eating somebody's food. Like in this I mentioned, can I eat this? I asked my dad's girlfriend, can I eat this box of shapes because like they're a type of biscuits, and I was like, I'm hungry, can I eat these? And she said yes. My dad got home and he got really annoyed at me. He's like, why did you eat them? I eat them, these are for me when I come home. And I was crying and I was upset, and she just kind of got the kick out of it, and I was like, why? That's so messed up. Yeah, so my relationship with my parents, both of them are kind of a bit rocky, because of how they reacted to the people they dated treating me. So it's really fun. Yay. So now that I've dealt with I can't speak. Now that I've dealt with that like an adult instead of like a child, I feel a little better. Yeah. So yeah, Eminem should definitely be my therapist if he's willing to do it for free. I'm sorry. I'm throwing everybody under the bus today. It's great. Okay, on that note, I'm gonna go now and take a breather, and I will see you guys in another video. Bye!